Hey Eagle fans, I'm Thomas Mott. Welcome into Philadelphia Eagles Now, and today it is another mailbag to get you guys your questions answered, but to also get you ready to go for the Week 2 matchup against the Los Angeles Rams. A lot of questions you guys asked using the hashtag Eagles in the chat a couple of days ago. Let's go ahead and jump right into them. Edward says they need to cut bait with Arcega-Whiteside. Okay, listen. I'm not going to dispute this. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside was terrible in Week 1. Did not have a catch. He was barely thrown to. It's very, very clear that J.J. Arcega-Whiteside honestly looks like a bust. Now, it's early. He could have a great game against the Rams. He could have a great season. But for being as high of a draft pick as he was, he's looking like he potentially could go ahead and be a bust here in year 2 in his career. Here's the deal. It's not like the Eagles have all these other wide receiver weapons with Alshon Jeffrey out right now who are just, getting way too many targets. Sean Jackson did basically nothing. Greg Ward did basically nothing. There were a couple of targets to Jalen Reagor, the deep ball. But other than that, the fact that Whiteside cannot become a favorite target of Carson Wentz, cannot seem to become even a guy that wins trust a little bit, is very, very disappointing overall. So are they going to cut him? No, he's on a rookie deal. He's very cheap. You might as well keep him, and they will. They're not going to trade him either, because what team and what team is really going to want to go ahead and trade for a bad wide receiver? The hope is he gets better, but as of right now, what we saw in Week 1, what we saw last year, it's not looking good for J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. Could be another wide receiver they missed on in the NFL draft, which is an implication on Howie Roseman and his poor drafting over the past couple of seasons. Are you guys tired of Whiteside? Are you guys done with J.J. Arcega-Whiteside? Y for yes, N for no in the comment section. Again, it's too early. I'm not done with him, but I do understand the frustration because he's just been so bad for a guy that should have come in here and been the replacement for Alshon Jeffrey. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. God Gamer says, think Miles Sanders is going to go to get full reps, or do you think he's going to split time with Scott/Clement? Okay, here's the deal. Doug Peterson said in a press conference, I believe yesterday, that he fully expects them to be able to go on Sunday, talking about Miles Sanders and Lane Johnson. Technically, there could be a scenario where you might be watching this on Saturday night or even Sunday morning where, for some reason, Sanders has held out. But again, a 99% chance, in my opinion, that Sanders is going to go ahead and play. If he's out there, I think he gets the full slate of reps. I think he's going to be the number one running back on Sunday, and they're going to try to use him both in the passing game and in the running game, because in Week 1, a very poor running game. I mean, Boston Scott had 9 carries and 35 yards. His longest run was 13 yards. And then you flip that over to Corey Clement, who had very few touches, 6 carries for 19 yards and a long of 7. They didn't run the football very well. They kind of got away from it even when they were up 17-0. But Scott and Clement did not do much to get me excited about the backup running backs right now in Philadelphia. So with those two statistics being what they are, look for Philly to try to really get the ball to Miles Sanders, because I've said many times, Sanders is honestly the best weapon the Eagles have on offense. And he proved that during the final 4 games of the season. Last time they played Washington, he had 200 total yards from scrimmage. He is a guy, if you get him the football in space, he can make big things happen. And I think that the whole injury thing, and final thought on this, the whole injury thing, he could have played last week. They're just trying to make sure he's going to be good for the entire rest of the year. So it's a precautionary holdout and not a necessity holdout. So he'll be out there. He should be fine. And he's going to get a lot of snaps overall. Drop a like for Sanders being back, by the way. Again, I think he's the best weapon the Eagles have right now, especially with Reagor being young. Jackson doing basically nothing last week. Minus Ertz and Goddard, who are probably the 2 most consistent weapons. The most explosive one they have right now is Miles Sanders. Are there expectations for the Eagles? Is there an explanation for the Eagles? How many injuries, or is it just bad luck? Part of it is just bad luck. Now, I said last year they needed to revamp the medical staff because there's just so many injuries the past 2 years in Philadelphia to keep players. Now, they did revamp the medical staff, and yet here we are. The injury report as of a couple of days ago, I mean, Sanders was on it, Jeffrey is on it, Peters is on it, Lane Johnson is on it, Brandon Graham was on it, Javon Hargrave, Derek Barnett, so many players, so many key players have these little injuries, these little tweaks, and then not to mention the guys who are on IR like Brandon Brooks. Again, can we sit here and just blame the Eagles coaching staff and saying that, the medical staff stinks, that's why these guys are getting injured? No, because a lot of teams have injuries, but honestly, it just feels like bad luck, because Philadelphia has had terrible injury luck dating back to really whenever Carson Wentz popped his knee in 2017. Peters went down, and then since then, Wentz's injury again. It's just been an absolute abysmal injury history. So the good news is the majority of these guys are going to be back at some point. The hope is, though, that once they get back, they stay healthy, because this year especially is a war of attrition. Whoever is the most healthiest, we're probably going to be one of the better teams in the NFL. It's just brutal. Injury season, it feels like every single year for Philadelphia. It's tough. It's tough. Speaking of that, though, I want to get into these Eagle t-shirts that are on sale right now at chatsports.com/Eagles shirt. These are the official sideline t-shirts you will see the Eagles be wearing every game on the sideline. They're sweet, and they're on sale right now for a great price. The link is down below in the description box. Chatsports.com/Eagles shirt. Pick one up right now. That way you can rep an Eagles shirt like I'm repping one right now, but this one is the official one they're going to be wearing on the sideline, so you look good and rep the Eagles whenever you're going about your day here. as the weather starts to get a little bit cooler, you still need to wear those t-shirts as well. Chatsports.com/Eagles shirt. Link is down below in the description box. Okay, let's see. There have been rumors about Zach Ertz for Zach Martin. If you are Howie, do you accept this? Okay, here's the deal. Yeah, I've got a lot of tweets about this, and it blows my mind I even have to mention this. The Eagles are not trading Zach Ertz to the Dallas Cowboys for Zach Martin. 0% chance. There's a -% chance. If that were to actually happen, I think Eagle fans would just go berserk. There's no way. Here is where the rumor came from. Mike Tannenbaum, who's an ESPN front office insider, said this tweet. Here it is. While it's rare and highly unusual for trades among rivals, given the recent developments of injuries to Blake Jarwin and Philly's O-line and Ertz's apparent contract issues, a Zach Martin for Ertz trade would help both teams. That's not even a rumor. That's just him making a suggestion or speculation to probably try and promote, the fact he's an ESPN front office insider. Zero rumors on this, zero news on this. Philadelphia is not looking to trade Zach Ertz, and even if they were, a 0% chance they were to trade him to an NFC East rival. And honestly, Dallas wouldn't do this either. There's no way Dallas is going to go ahead and give up one of their better offensive linemen in Zach Martin. This is ridiculous. I've seen too many people tweet me about it, and it's just, I had to go ahead and just get it out of the way. I know Ertz had a big drop late in week 1. I know there's been all this, reports of him being upset with the front office and the contract and stuff. Listen, Ertz is going to be an Eagle the entire year. And I think the Eagles are going to look to go ahead and re-sign him, and they probably will. If they don't, though, they'll just let him go at the end of this season. They'll cut him, and they will go ahead and just promote Dallas Goedert to be the #1 tight end, which, again, was the plan all along. That's why they drafted Dallas Goedert. But, again, he's going to be an Eagle this year, barring some sort of crazy deal that I don't foresee. But even if they were to trade him, Dallas, there's no way you trade him to a division rival. 0% chance. If that were to happen, massive if, or any other crazy deadline trades. You guys always ask me about trades and stuff like that. We cover it here. So anytime something happens regarding Philadelphia, we have a video up within hours, it feels like, on this channel. We are the best YouTube channel, in my opinion, for covering Philadelphia, so make sure you guys are subscribed. That way you're notified whenever the latest Eagle news happens. Rashid says, is there even a small chance that Carson won't be the quarterback of the future? I really like how he plays, but he seems to always be giving the same speech when they lose when it comes to holding the ball. Okay, two sides to this. One, don't worry, Carson is the quarterback of the future, and I think the majority of NFL executives and front office guys knows that he's going to be great, and he's been great. But yes, Carson Wentz has things to work on, just like every player in the National Football League. Wentz holds on to the ball way too long, and it goes back to the 2017 season when he was running around, breaking tackles, shedding sacks, and really, making plays with his legs more than making plays with his arms, using his legs to set up the throw, right? He's not a running quarterback, but remember 2017, he's moving all around and running for first downs and throwing touchdown passes. He needs to get away from that. Pocket passing has always been the way to go in the National Football League. Sure, you can move out of the pocket, but do it in a smart way. If Wentz can reduce sacks and turnovers, he's a top 5 quarterback, and that's all he has to do. The first half of the Washington game, he was a top 5 quarterback. He was fantastic. That touchdown pass to Goedert was one of the best throws you saw in the entire week 1. He just needs to be a little bit smarter, and I think that hopefully that's being drilled into him to go ahead and get him to that point. But again, I get the frustration. He's been rough when he holds the football. Final thing here from Sean. Sean says, if the Eagles don't win week 2, how much trouble are they in? They're in a lot. Very few teams can ever make the postseason after starting 0-2. The statistic is I think the Giants did it back when they won the Super Bowl the second time, but very rare do you start 0-2 and actually make the postseason. Now, would you have to instantly panic? No, because you got the Bengals coming up here in week 3. That's a winnable football game to get you to 1-2, and then the Niners have been reeling with injuries as well, and so you could maybe go 2-2 there. The best case scenario here is you beat the Rams and Bengals, and then you go 2-1 against the Niners, Steelers, and Ravens. That's a tough stretch, right? That could easily be an 0-3 stretch because those are all playoff teams. But if they were to lose on Sunday, the panic bugs are going to go ahead and be out there, and I would understand it, but the season wouldn't be over. They can still, rally, and they're more of a second-half football team in the season anyway. But if they really need to win on Sunday, I think just for the fan base to go ahead and calm down and chill out and, not worry so much about where Philadelphia is at. I think they have a real good shot about beating the Rams on Sunday, and we'll have to go ahead and wait and see. There you go. All time we have for today here on Philadelphia Eagles Now. Get you guys mailbag questions answered in time for the 1 o'clock kickoff in Philadelphia. The home opener against the Rams, I'm hoping they win. Come on, baby. Please win this football game. That way, the 1-1 is way better than 0-2. Let's just say that. All time we have for today here on Philadelphia Eagles Now. I'm your host, Thomas Mott, signing off. Enjoy the rest of your day.